Hello students, myself Arpana Grover, Senior Faculty Member of English at Informatics and CourseEdu. Now dear students, I welcome you all once again to our online platform CourseEdu. Now on this platform we are providing you free lectures for the CLAT 2021 and 2022. And all the CLAT aspirants must be happy with all the lectures, as these lectures are delivered by the topmost faculty of our institute, and obviously these are delivered by quality. Now today I'll be discussing a set of new passages with you on the same pattern of the CLAT. So today we'll be taking a passage on the history, because as usual I have told you earlier also, we will be covering all the passages of all the aspects. So today our main is history. So let's start with today's passage. And today's passage, it turns up to be a simple passage, but again आपको इसको समझना पड़ेगा कि ये पैसेज कहता क्या है, राइट? सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद टुडेज पैसेज कि ये पैसेज में हमें मिलेगा क्या, राइट? सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एज आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू आप कि हमें कभी भी कोई भी पैसेज करने से पहले उसको पढ़ना चाहिए, उसके कीवर्ड्स निकालने चाहिए कि वो कहना क्या चाहता है, उसी के बाद हम उसको आंसर कर सकते हैं। और हम उसमें कीवर्ड्स इस तरह से निकालें कि हम लोगों को दोबारा वो पैसेज पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं पड़े। सो आज का भी हमारा मोटिव यही है कि हम उसी तरह से एक कीवर्ड्स को मार्क करेंगे या अपने पैसेज को मार्क करेंगे जैसे कि हम लोग दोबारा उस पैसेज पे वापस नहीं आएंगे, राइट? सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, व्हेन यू आर रीडिंग अ पैसेज, definitely make a keywords in the short notes, right? So let's start with a passage of the comprehension. So the passage says, first of all, let's start reading. India's role in the international stage. Yes, now India's role in the international stage was molded by history rather than by the pomp of and circumstances of war. It was India's role in the international stage. So he's talking about the international stage. He said it was molded by the history rather than the war circumstances. As a separate entity of the British Empire, India became a founder member of the League of Nations. So India became the founder member of League of Nations in the same way as Australia and Canada, and thus acquired a somewhat unique international status long before independence. That means India was already having a unique international status before independence only. During the days of the League, when India's interests were affected, such as in the matter of trade or in the position of Indian overseas, the Indian delegation did not hesitate to make known its independent position for what it is worth. Some Indian delegates were in demand for the charity meetings, riddled with contention and controversy because of their reputation of impartiality and talent for mediation. That means there were some delegates so in demand for charity meetings, riddled with contention and controversy. So there was certain chairing meetings, matlab there's a group of meetings with chairing meetings riddled with contention and controversy. That means there were certain issues which were discussed in these chairing meetings which were of maybe of contention, that is contented, satisfied, and maybe of controversy because of the reputation of impartiality and talent for the mediation. There were the small beginnings. These were the small beginnings of India's later entry into the United Nations in 1945. Again, as a founder member before independence, the drafting of Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 of the UN Charter, which deal with international social economic cooperation, was entrusted to a group that was presided over by an Indian, right? So that was a group that was headed by an Indian. It is important, however, to bear in mind that the fact that the government of independent India has no part in the drafting of a UN Charter, although it accepted the obligations contained therein. The UN was primarily the creation of three powers: USA, UK, and Russia. So these three powers were initially the UN creators. The size, population, resources, and potential of India lent it the weight of medium power in the functioning of the United Nations. That means जो इंडिया का साइज था, पॉपुलेशन थी, रिसोर्सेज थे, पोटेंशियल था, that led India in the medium power. The fact that India was among the first nation to liberate itself from imperialist domination through non-violent means endowed it with a moral obligation to work in and outside the UN for the independence of nations still under colonial rules. India has served on the Security Council for 10 years or 5 terms, on the Trusteeship Council for 12 years, that is 4 terms, and on the Economic and Social Council for 21 years, that is 7 terms. So, this was the achievement of India on the various platforms. But initially, the UN Charter was of USA, UK, and Russia, right? So, this was a whole chapter, which is the comprehension which I'm going to study. Now, let's study what the author is asking us regarding the passage. The title below that best expresses the idea of the passage. So, India's role in UN, India no, neighbors की बात तो हो ही नहीं रही है. India's international prestige की भी बात नहीं हो रही है, ब्रिटिश की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही है. So, इंडिया और यूएन की बात हो रही है कि इंडिया का क्या रोल है at the UN. So, India's role in the United Nations. So, A is a correct answer. So, it was definitely a direct answer. Through a part of British Empire, India enjoyed great prestige at the League in as much as Indian delegates were in demand for chairing meetings to consider controversial issues. So this we have read from the passage. It was because Indian delegates were well known for their impartiality. Indian delegates had talent for mediation, yes. India was considered a power. No, it was not considered a power. So Indian delegates were well known for the impartiality. That it was well known that Indian delegates are always impartial. So they give an impartial or a wise decision. So that is why Indian delegates are always preferred. And second, they had a talent of mediation. That means they have a good mediation power. So correct answer is B. 1 and 2 are correct. Which article of UN Charter deal with the international social economic cooperation? So this we have studied that initially that was chapter article 9 and 10 which were headed by the Indian people. So these article 9 and 10 were handled by it. So our correct answer is A. Which of the following countries does not find any coverage in the passage? USA, Britain, Russia, Sri Lanka was one of the country which has not got any reference in any context in the passage. So this was the type of a direct passage, dear students, and obviously by this passage you might be understanding that there are certain questions which we have to just mark while reading. We have to just mark the keywords so that when we are going back to the passage, we should not repeat the words again and again. We should be forced to go back and read the passage again, and it will be mere wastage of time. So like this, we'll be always posting these comprehensions and giving you the tips to how to solve the comprehensions. Apart from English, you will find great deal of computer like lectures of aptitude, lectures of law on the latest basic pattern of CLAT 2021, right? So now, as you all know, the pattern of the CLAT has been changed thoroughly. So this thorough change has just shake the minds of all the aspirants of CLAT, and they are definitely looking for a wise material from any good institute so that they can rely upon this. So only one channel on which you can rely upon for the wise material and providing the best information is Course Edu Informatics. And definitely our website is there, informatsonline.com, where you will be finding a lot of mock papers and daily, you can say, journals and daily notifications are there and daily articles are there on our website, informatsonline.com, which keep you updated towards the CLAT memorandum, right? So the numbers are given below. For any case of helpline, you can call us at any number. Do subscribe our channel, Course Edu Informatics YouTube channel. Download our app, Course Edu, and definitely you will be benefited by a lot of extra questions on the same pattern of law. So this was all about today's passage. Hope so you were able to understand today's passage, and definitely try to do the maximum passage from online mode or from editorial part of any newspaper. That would be very, very helpful for you, right? So till the next passage, goodbye, all the best, and still keep working hard. Thank you.